Oh, man. Woo.
Yes.
Oh, man. Back at it. Back at it.
Back at it. Back doing the damn thing, man.
Hey, by the way, it's still really hot, just in case anybody's wondering. Still really, really hot, just in case anybody's wondering.
Depressingly hot.
Yeah, right? Man, it just keeps going and going, never stops, never changes.
It just gets it gets hotter throughout the day.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And I that's such a, don't attack me. Don't attack me. I get it. That's, but it's like it takes a long time for it to start cooling down.
Right.
It's like, okay, it's 8:00. You can dip below 110 now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let it go.
Right.
Let it go. It's just too fucking hot.
Too much, man. It's just way too much.
It's ridiculous.
Brutal. I do want to, first of all, shout out my older sister, Amber.
Shout out to Amber.
She sent my little sister, Amanda, and myself black-owned business. And this, everybody can use. Black-owned toilet paper. Okay, it's called Ultimate Cosmic. And it's Ultimate, right? Cosmic, Kosmic.
Okay, Cosmic with a K.
And then 9. So if you do Ultimate Cosmic with a K, 9.com, it'll take you to their website. Mm-hmm. But just wanted to, because it's not, it obviously black-owned business, what we're about, right?
Mm-hmm, for sure.
But basically, their like tagline, the equivalent of 270,000 trees are flushed down the drain daily, right? So they also want to help the environment as well, right? So
dope.
This is made out of bamboo. Let's see, where is it at? Oh yeah, bamboo like grass, and it's like pulped up. It's supposed to be really super soft. It's $1 a roll, so go on their site. Everybody can use.
Hell yeah.
And I'm ordering myself some. So
yeah.
I just wanted to bring that up because we bring in coffee, the Purple Girls.
Yeah. Well, that's fire. That's fire too because it's. We talked about the environment.
That's what. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a 2-for-1 special. You know what I mean? It's a BOGO sale.
And it's so awesome, man. You get just freaking awesome.
That's
man.
dope.
Because everybody uses toilet paper, man. So you gotta,
Yeah.
Ultimate
Cosmic 9. I'm gonna have to check that.
Cosmic
with a K.
Yep.
9.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got to check that out.
Yeah. So just wanted to give that out to everybody.
I'm gonna do a live review. No, I'm just playing.
You're all in the bathroom, dude. All right, here we go. Hold on, let me wipe real quick.
Oh man, that was soft. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I mean?
Make sure you don't get banned, man.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Right, for real.
You're filming in a bathroom, you can get banned.
Get flagged, man.
Right?
Get flagged.
And a other quick update, because last week we were talking about my dad and the fires. My dad's good. He's fine. Talk to him. He had other issues, which I won't get into, but yeah, he's good with the fires.
Yeah,
so
shout out to Pops, man.
Yeah. So just in case anybody was wondering from last week, because we talked about that in the fires, and he was just a mile away from it.
Crazy,
but,
man.
Yeah, man, he's doing good though. So
shout out to Pops, man.
Right.
Shout out to Pops, man. Hey, I have a serious question that needs to be answered.
Okay.
Is there any such thing as a hip hop band?
You know what's really funny, man? I was like, he is not going to ask me a serious question. I know a serious question's not really coming because that's not how you ask me a serious question. But No, there is not such thing as a hip hop band.
The reason I
go
say
ahead.
this, we're watching Love It or List It. You had just pulled up. That's what was on the TV, right? Wifey was watching it, and look, I watch it too. Like, I watch all those, crazy home shows. You know what I'm saying? And anyways, one of the families and homes they were doing, it was a Caucasian couple, and I don't know where they were. And the husband was a rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the wife was talking about how, they want to get this extra space for him to do, for him to do his music. And she's like, "Yeah, my husband's in a hip hop band." I'm like,
you were like, fuck? What the hell is a hip hop band?
I'm like, what the fuck is a hip? I'm like, a hip hop group? Like what you mean? I'm like, I know bands that play hip hop music.
Right. The good one that you brought up was The Roots.
Was The Roots, but that's a hip hop group.
Yeah, it still's but
that has a band in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, so let me know, man. All my hip hop heads,
right.
Let me know. Is there such thing as a hip hop band? Maybe I'm confused. I just never heard it called that.
Come on, man. I do. I do a music show once a week. I had never seen hip hop band ever. Never seen a hip hop band.
You never said like, this is one of my favorite bands in hip hop.
Well, it's always group. It's always that's group. It. And
labels are labels, but I'm just saying it was just funny because
well, the way
she
obviously
didn't know the lingo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the way she said it too was really funny, man. Because she was like, "Yeah, my husband's in a hip hop band," and I'm like, "Wait." We both like looked at each other.
I was like,
"No, man, there ain't no hip hop band."
Did she just say this man is in a hip hop band?
Now, I did see Snoop live once before.
Yeah.
And he got a band on stage with him, which was dope, man. That was really cool to see. You know what I'm saying? But Snoop's not a hip hop band.
He's an artist.
He's a but I mean, he had the band on stage, but it's not, he's not considered a hip hop band.
Right.
So anyways. I always like to see that, by the way. Just kind of a side note. Because hip hop's mostly done on your computer, with beats and, producers and stuff like that making the beats.
Yep.
Yeah. And when that can be transformed into like a live band.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
I love seeing that, man. It's just one of the coolest things to see live.
Crazy,
and
man.
You know what? Another side note. I personally, for me, am really missing live music, dude. The Instagram, Facebook, the YouTube live is not working for me anymore. It's totally lost. It was fine. Like when we were really locked in, and trust me, I don't want it to come back till everything's good. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I need it now, but I do. There's one thing I really, truly do miss is going to see a live show. Yeah. Even in like man, at this point, I'd take a local bar and seeing, just a small little, man, just to hear live music is, there's just something about it, man. Like,
very true.
Like just say you go to like a Mexican food place, right? And they have like their little band that sets up, and how cool is it just to hear live music? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And people performing live music. Yeah. It's just
speaking
dope.
of that, bro, like, and just kind of on the subject, but not on subject, but to your point, when we were in Mexico, I think it was like the first day we were out there, and we were on the beach, and we ate from a restaurant on the beach. It was fire. And then they had like a little mariachi band come and play, and it was like, that, like, you have it in the restaurants, but they was dope in that environment. It was like, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know I'm eating some shrimp like straight from this ocean right here, like, you know what I'm saying, right here. Like, he was like right here, and then I was right here, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all right here. It's like, okay, you know. So, yeah, for sure. I'm not as much a concert guy as you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But for sure, like, seeing live performances.
I mean, even like street performances.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something about somebody performing in front of you. Now,
it's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be a while
until we get to that point.
And it's cool to see videos. It's just not doing anything for me much anymore. Yeah. Like it's kind of shifted. I was loving seeing it back in April, May, and then it just kind of dwindled for me. And I know it's still going on. And go support artists that you like, because that's how they mostly get paid. They don't get paid from album sales really anymore.
Well, I mean especially right now though, like support them. Through the streams.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like the streaming when they're doing stuff live and
all of that, man. Like listen to their music, like because that's where they're getting. And if you got local artists that are dropping albums that you like really support them, share their music. You know what I mean? Like I think a lot of that gets lost too, bro. Like when we talk about supporting Black-owned businesses, we talk about just supporting local, we talk about just supporting our areas, right? It's like we're quick to share, somebody we don't know personally, or somebody that's not even close to us, like in proximity. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we're quick to share a Will Smith new album or new rock movie, or you know what I'm saying? Like we're who's Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, new album, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then it'll be like a band that we like and we just listen to it and don't ever say nothing about it.
Right.
Won't post a video, nothing, you know what I mean? So like that's something that you could do, man, for like artists that's around you that you support to help them keep doing their thing, because like especially right now, like not being able to play live. Comedians, same thing, you know what I mean? Not being able to perform live. Like if you can go out there and support them in any way, like just share their shit. Just like you should share the Gray Space podcast every week when we drop an episode, because you love us that much, okay? And you make sure when you share it, you tell other people to subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you.
That was a good little promo,
you
man.
Like that?
I like that.
I was
like
leading
that a
up
lot,
into
man.
it. You know what I mean? No, but for real though, for real.
Yeah. No,
you know what I mean? Support.
Especially, like you were saying, some of the smaller guys, some of the men and women
it's a lot of hard work, man. At that.
But I mean, you're talking about people's livelihood, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, not Will Smith, not a big Beyonce, that type. They don't really need your help. You know what I'm saying? It's really kind of the smaller people that kind of depended on going to a small club.
Right.
And, that's how they made their money day in and day out, basically.
Right.
Is by these small little venues.
Right.
By
the way, so make sure you guys go check out my boys, my homies, True Guidry.
Oh, yeah.
JDizzLL featuring Dolla. New video mini movie just came out. It's called Stay Out the Way. We'll put the
Ben,
link.
That song is fire, by the way. You guys,
I can't wait for that.
Fire,
man, dude. I can't wait for the album. And little plug, in a couple weeks we will be having them on the show. The show will be out on the 25th of this month, so be looking out for that. Yeah, man. So shout out to True and Diz. New album, Independent, coming really soon.
Yep.
But go check out the video. I'm going to drop the link in the description. True Guidry, JDizzLL featuring Dolla. Great concept. Dope video. The song is incredible. Yeah, man.
I heard something. I heard that you're might be on this.
Yeah, I didn't want to say nothing, but I'm on the album. I'm on the album.
I gotta say something, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be like
I know you did. That's why I brought it up.
Selfish plug. You know what I mean?
That's why I brought it up, because I'm
fire.
excited for you. I'm excited about this
man.
project. I'm excited about
dope
True and Dizzle. I'm excited for them to sit at this table. We have a discussion about their album and whatever else we're going to talk about. Who knows? We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting, man.
So
That's the family, man.
yeah, man.
So
Please support local artists, man.
yeah,
You know, wherever you're at. So
man, you got all that time on Instagram, share. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
You know, hey, share, man, share, man. Don't be greedy.
So let's dive in, man. Let's dive
go.
into something. You said something to me the other night, and I was like, I'm going to talk about this. But you said something. I'm like, I'm switching it up.
Okay.
Made me think about something. And we were talking about knowing your role.
Mm-hmm.
And man, so it really struck home with me. After I got off the phone with you, I was like really thinking about it, and I was like, this is so true especially in today's society that I see personally. And so take any issue you want, right? And people seem to be so, either they're really wishy-washy, which is fine. We could dive into that wishy-washiness because I kind of have an opinion on that.
Okay.
Or you take a side, but you don't know why you're taking that side. So it could be like this. It could be, for example, just for instance, okay, I'm not saying anything. You could be a Trump supporter, I could be a Biden supporter, right? And be like, why do you like Trump? Because I like Trump. Yeah, but why? What's the point? Why do you like him? Well, man, I don't have time to talk about that right now. I want to talk about politics. So you have no conviction. You have, but you see that on both sides. You could say that, you could flip that around. You could say that about Biden. You could say that about a bunch of issues. You can say that about Black Lives Matter and all lives matter, right? And you could be like, I'm all lives matter. Okay, well, why? Why do you say that? Why are you backing that? Did you see something? What's your conviction? What do you see? You know what I'm saying? So you get this weird, what we're seeing is people are kind of like what we were talking about before, screaming basically at each other from both sides. For what purpose? Do you actually have something to back it up? What is your role? What are we doing here? Right. What are you trying? Like, is there a policy? Just because you don't like Trump or you don't like Biden or you don't like, but why? Right. Why are we, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you have to like pick a side, but you should know, right?
Why you're supporting something.
If you're so vocal about it, why are you supporting it?
Right.
What's the point behind it? And you see so often that they're not supporting, they say something, right? But then they might shut up about it, might not ever say anything ever again. And you're like, well, I wonder what happened with that. Where do they stand?
Right.
Did something change? And if it did, okay, like, but why? What happened?
Right.
And then they come back out and then they support something else, but then they start playing both sides because they want their voice to be heard on whatever side that they want that they're on. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you could be like talking to Democrats or something. Biden all the way, man. Biden all the way. And then a couple months later, you're Trump all the way. Trump all the way.
Yeah.
And then you're like, but wait a second. Was there a policy, or you just trying to playing sides here? You just want people to like you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, look. I mean, you gotta stand. You gotta stand firm. How can I say this? For one, you have to know what you're talking about, right? At least somewhat. You have to have a reason behind whatever you believe, right?
Right.
And that reason could be nonsense, but you have to have something
Correct. There's
to
something that it should be something.
Now I think
there.
a lot of times people are silent because they don't want to come off a certain way.
Yeah, there's
right?
that side of it, sure.
So like in certain, it's like, oh, I support this. Well, why? Well, because I agree with everything he says. Yeah, but you understand everything he says is damn near everything he says is racist or, you know what I mean, prejudice. Like they don't even want to get to that point of saying I agree with everything he says. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like because they know. So it's like if I agree with that, then I agree. Like then I'm that way. So sometimes people just don't even want to go there. You know.
Right.
The other thing is just like stand firm, but with wiggle room. You know what I'm saying? Like always have the you can have the ability to adjust your opinion.
Of course.
Right? As you receive information, your opinion should either get stronger or change.
Right.
Of course. That's literally that's the only way it should go.
Of course.
If you feel a certain way anything.
When you were 23, guarantee you don't have the same. You might have.
No.
It might either be stronger of whatever that opinion is
it's like
about
eating
something.
McDonald's when you're a kid, bro.
Yeah.
You love McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
You get older, you're like, man, McDonald's is crap. Not that it's crap, but it's like, it's, you know,
yeah,
it's crap. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like, the more you learn, you're like, yeah.
I don't like
fries,
the way
the fries are great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't like the way.
I don't know if I'm gonna get a Big Mac this time. You know what I mean?
Because you've learned maybe like, oh, I don't like the way they process their meat.
Right.
So you learned something, and you have formed an opinion, and you take a stance on that burger being garbage.
So it either gets stronger or it changes.
Right. Or you're a kid, and you're like, no, I love the way it is.
Right.
And
you're like, yo, I'm fucking with McDonald's for the rest of my life.
And you stand behind McDonald's.
I'm buy me a McDonald's. You know what I'm saying?
And there's something that you've always said, and this always sticks with me, man, because it's such a really relevant and crucial point about stuff. And you've always told me this. You're like, I'd rather somebody just tell me I don't like black people, I'm racist. You know, however,
I've always said this.
Like,
I'd rather you call me a nigger to my face, bro.
And you're like, cool. At least I know where you're coming from. Because when you straddle the fence, or
when you say some roundabout shit,
right?
Like,
or you're kind of like,
well, y'all already got Martin Luther King Day. Do you really need June 19th? Okay,
right.
You just told me how you felt, bro.
Right. So
but I'm not racist though. But I'm not racist. I'm just I'm not. You know, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. But no, it is what you're saying.
Right.
Just call me it to my face. Just say that's what it is. So at least I know.
So let's exactly. So and it's the same thing about like the masks that's going on, right? And it comes from at least our governor here. You know, didn't stand up, didn't say, well, I think you should, but you guys choose whatever you want. Remember, you know, when we're talking about leadership. And at least I would prefer him to say, and I think I might have said this even on that last podcast,
conversation,
that I think masks are bullshit.
Just make up your fucking mind.
I don't think they work.
Right.
And I'm not going to buy, you know, if okay.
And people can,
if there's something you can say.
With all of that, there's a right and a wrong, right? Most of the time. But
then there's the side of, okay, I'm not going to wear a mask. Why?
Right.
Because it's against it goes against my rights. Wait, what?
Right.
We ain't talking about rights. Why do you feel like you don't need to wear a mask?
You got to stand on.
And that's what I'm saying. Why do you feel like you do not need to wear a mask?
Yeah, but
if you came up with, you said to me, because of this scientific reasons, it was why I don't believe. Cool. I know where you stand now. You have something that you formed an opinion on,
right? And
said, look, I've looked into it. I saw the scientific facts about this stuff, X, Y, and Z. This is why I don't believe in it.
Right.
Okay, cool. I don't agree, but at least I know where you're coming from, and you have some sort of a legitimate argument that you believe that is fine.
Right. But you got to stand. Yeah, you got to stand on something. You got to stand on something. You got to stand. You got to stand on something. You know? And you also and I don't want to get back into that point because we've already addressed it.
Right.
But now you also have to understand that rules are rules, and You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
So
Go
that
back
you
and
can't
listen
argue.
to it.
Like,
Right.
go back and listen to it. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna stand on something, stand on something. Like I have somebody I work with who has like conspiracy theories all the time. Like everything's a conspiracy theory. But the problem is that everything's a conspiracy theory, and so not everything. Like he actually contradicts himself when he talks. You know what I mean?
know people like
it's like
that.
you don't even know what you're standing on. You standing on this and over here.
Right.
Like you're this and that. Like, but those two things literally go against each other.
Right.
Those two ideals go smack. They fight each other. So you can't be that and this, right?
Right.
Like you got to be this. Now maybe there's something here that has been tied to this, right? Maybe there's another ideal that's been tied to this ideal, but it's its own real issue that's been connected to another issue or whatever, and you may agree with this other issue that combats this issue, but I hope I'm not losing anybody. So you have two issues that are fighting each other.
Right. Okay.
You can't stand on both sides of that.
Right.
You pick one.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
You have another issue that's tied to the issue that you're fighting with. But it's its own separate issue. And that issue to you makes sense. So you take that issue and connect it with your issue. You see what I'm saying? Like not everything goes together, right? And there's things that definitely don't go together. So what we have to do is we have to decide what we stand on and have a reason behind it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and so going back to when we were talking left and right and Democrat and Republican and all this bullshit, like that's the thing. When we're saying pick a side, we're not saying pick a side of fucking left, right, Democrat, Republican. For one, pick right and wrong.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Or don't pick wrong, pick right. You know what I'm saying? Always pick right. But if you choose wrong, you stand over there, we won't deal with you. You know, or we'll get to you when that time comes. But deal with issues as they come. Not everything is tied into each other.
Correct. Yes.
There's things that are made to look like they're a part of this or that are really, it's done that way so it's a part of a bigger agenda. Right? So when you sit here and I'm this and I'm that, and you're willing to take on everything from that, then, okay, that's not smart either. You know what I mean? I'm willing to stand on this side and everything that comes with it. Not all those issues are all the same.
Right.
So pick issues, but you can't pick issues that fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to, if you agree with one thing, you can't agree with something else that literally goes against that thing.
Right. Gotcha. Yes.
You know what I mean?
And I really want to talk about left and right real quick. Again, it's again like this is why, and we've talked about this on our podcasts many times. Like, so tired of people yelling at each other from across the hall, basically. You know, and do you really believe everything? I mean, I know there's people that do, the left and the right, but aren't there certain issues that you believe, right, that are the right does, you know, and the left does, right? And you can go, I can see that side of it instead of saying, no, screw you. Everything you believe is totally wrong. Again, goes back to you have nothing to stand. What are you even arguing about?
Right.
You have you just saying because you stand over on that side of the room,
Right.
you have nothing good to say. And it's like, well, both sides. You know what I'm saying? Crossfire. It's like both have. You could pick things that probably you can stand on both sides.
Which if you're for equality and equity, being that way goes against everything you believe in.
Say it again.
If you're for equality, right?
Yeah.
And equity,
Yeah.
right? Because Those are two
yes.
different things.
Mm-hmm.
And you believe that all people should be treated the same,
Mm-hmm.
right? The old saying, love thy neighbor,
Right.
Do unto others as you would
Mm-hmm.
have undone to your, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that, if you really believe in that, you can't be that way. You can't be on a way of, because you're over there, you're this way. And this is one thing that I've had to, and I'm still fighting with,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I'm saying this and I still fight with it. I still have to go, nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Don't do that. You wouldn't like it if it was done to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't just judge.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So
that's good though. I think everybody should put themselves in check at point.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
You have to.
Yeah.
I do it myself too. I'm
You
like,
know?
the way you treat somebody at work, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead.
Everybody's got their reasonings for doing certain things.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I think you should always try to do is have conversations and let them lead you to why. Now, if they don't have a good reason why, then okay, then you can just assume that either they're too stupid to know why.
That's a possibility.
Or they don't want to tell you because it's offensive. And if they don't want to tell you because if it's offensive, then they're on the wrong side. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you question it and you don't,
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you think something's going to be offensive,
then it's
it's probably wrong.
Right.
But
again, that goes to stupid. It goes right back to stupid.
I don't want to say you're a bitch because it's going to offend you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I mean, so okay, so I want to get into the wishy-washy part of it because I think there's actual, in my eyes, anyways, a legitimate argument to be wishy-washy every once in a while. Not all the time, but
no.
Hold on.
Okay.
So
I'm
no, hold on.
like I'm about to.
Hold on.
Let me at him.
And the reason why I say that is because an issue, right? And you may not be informed on the issue. Mm-hmm. And you may not have formed your opinion just yet of that particular issue.
Okay.
Right? And it doesn't have to be, and I'm not talking about right and wrong. I'm talking about something, I'm trying to give an example, but, something a little bit, say, less severe. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Maybe it's a policy about something, where your taxes can go, where your taxes should go.
What about HOA policies?
Or HOA policy,
right.
Or something.
I believe that I should be able to hang my sports flag, my favorite team. They don't allow it, blah, blah, blah.
But maybe you have never read through the
right.
HOA fee, right? So that's what I'm saying. Wishy-washy is okay for a certain period of time.
That's not wishy-washy, though.
Because it's not, true. But you're straddling a fence because you don't know where to go yet. You don't know.
Okay.
You don't have enough information to go, screw the HOA.
Right.
Because they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Right.
But I haven't read anything yet. Well, then
right.
Still, again, it goes back on what are you standing for?
Right.
Because you have no information. You're not basing it on the rules and regulations in your HOA contract.
Exactly.
So until you read that, then you pick a side, or you go, okay, I see where they're coming from because it's going to devalue the houses all around me.
Right.
Okay, I get where they're coming from. I don't really necessarily agree, but I get why they do that.
Whatever it is.
And
right.
then you get off the fence and then you stand firm on.
But what do you you keep saying on the fence. Are you saying undecided? Because being on the fence is like, being on the fence is undecided. Wishy-washy is something totally different.
Okay.
So I think you're allowed to be on the fence about issues.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like we always talk about, do your research, get your information.
Right. Being on the fence,
don't have a stance about anything yet until you know what you're talking about. And then again, it goes back to the more information I get, it either gets stronger or it changes. Period. Right?
Yeah. You're right. Because
wishy-washy is like literally going next door and saying this, and then coming back home or going to the next neighbor's house and saying something totally. That's wishy-washy.
True. Yes.
That's saying I believe in this, and then the next time you talk to somebody else, you're like,
you're right.
Well, I believe in that.
Yeah.
And you keep doing this back and forth to please everybody.
Right.
So that you don't really have to deal with the issue, either whatever it is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah, The definition, when you put it that way, correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, being on the fence is totally different.
Right.
There's a lot of issues that I'm on. Like there's videos that I see about, racist attacks and, whatever, that like when and again, after I do my research, I see a clip and that clip shows me this, but I need to see cause and effect, right? So I go and find the whole video and I'm like, yeah, I probably would have reacted the same way. Y'all was in the face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not racist. That's just get the fuck up off me. You know what I mean? Like, so that there's things that I'm on the fence that I'm like,
correct.
You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. And so, but then there's, okay, wishy-washy is, yeah, you're right. The way you defined wishy-washy, which sounds really funny when you can say it a couple times. But,
well, it's like we used to say back in the day, sometimey.
Right.
You sometimey.
Now,
sometimes you this and sometimes you that.
Right.
But you ain't never the same. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you sometimey.
So true. And you're right. That's really never a good thing.
No.
To be wishy-washy correct.
No.
So I take back kind of what I was saying, because I meant more of straddling the fence on things, because you just don't know. You're undecided.
Yeah.
You don't have the facts. You don't
That's
know
okay.
what. Yeah. Right.
There's nothing wrong. Like,
because you don't see the full picture yet to make what's happening.
If you don't know, like the problem always happens is when people don't know, they try to involve themselves in conversations that they don't know anything about. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you ever be in break it down like this. You ever be in a conversation as a couple of people, few people at work, and like 3 people know the movie, right? And they're going, "Oh man, remember this and remember this."
Right.
And then there's always that one, "Hey, what you guys talking? Oh, we're talking about the movie. You ever seen it?" And you could tell, like, on a motherfucker face, he ain't never seen it. He's like, right. "Oh yeah. You remember that part?" He's like, "Oh yeah, that shit was funny, man. That shit was funny, man."
That's when you make up something and you.
That shit was funny, man. That shit was. Who was in that movie again? Oh yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you do that shit. Like, when you try to speak on things that you don't know anything about, instead of just saying, I don't know.
I don't know.
Educate me.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, what do you know about it?
Right. And
if it's interesting and you have an interest in it, then you go on and do your research.
Thank you very much. You finished my thought. Because I was like, if there's something that you're interested in, or whatever it is, whatever issue it is, and then, again, what do you think about it?
Right.
And then you give me your spiel about whatever, and it's your stance, because you obviously formed an opinion. You've done whatever reading you've done. You've watched whatever videos on it, and you were like, okay, I compiled this information in my brain. I believe this to be true.
Exactly.
And that person comes in and goes, wait, what? And then they might take a little bit of that, and then might be just a little bit away from you, just a tad bit, and say, well, I don't agree totally with what Dre is saying here, but maybe half of it, but the other half I believe this, to be true, because of what I saw, how I've read this, or whatever, what I saw,
Of course.
So yes, yeah, going back to the wishy-washy thing, yeah, that's never a good thing to be like.
No, and I
talk to your neighbor and be like.
I just saw somebody who did this, and I'm not gonna say nothing like who it is or whatever.
Right.
I saw somebody who did this. It didn't work, and then all of a sudden was trying to, stay on a certain side of things. And the whole time I was watching it, and I was talking to people around me, and was like, that shit ain't gonna work.
Right.
Because for me personally, like, I'm looking at it like this. It ain't working for me. Because now I got questions. Well, are you this or you that?
Right.
Which one is it? You know what I'm saying?
Right, because they're being wishy-washy about it.
Because
you've heard one thing, and then they come out and they say, "Oh, no, this," and then they come back out and they go back over here, and you're wait, what is that? Wait.
What?
Right. Now,
what happened?
I can say this though, kind of going back to the point of like the McDonald's thing that we were talking about, right? Like you could technically change your opinion about something. Like if you found out more information, you were like, man, I believed this. Then I hopped over here, believed this, and then I found out, and then I went back over here. Right. Now, but not within a matter of, you know what I'm saying?
But if you're not constantly evolving your stance on things, and again, it's only two things can happen. Either your stance on something gets stronger or it changes.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's it. But it's always evolving. It's either evolving into a stronger thing or it's adapting and changing to a whole nother way of thinking.
Right.
Right? And either way, however it's done, it has to be beneficial. And it has to hopefully be on the right side of things. You know what I'm saying? Beneficial to all as
Correct.
well as to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you would hope you would hope that would be the point. I know.
Right.
Doesn't always happen that way. We don't live in a perfect world. Not everything is fair. But you know, you would hope that, and look, man, we're humans. Sometimes we make mistakes and we you know, and I think that's why we kind of maybe go back, you know, we go this way and then we go, man, what was I thinking about that? That was dumb. It's a human thing, right, bro. So, you know, and it's okay to I want
to talk about that too. Yourself. It's okay for motherfuckers to make mistakes too. We got to stop with that shit. Mm-hmm. We got to stop with that shit and this newfound cancel culture shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's okay for motherfuckers. It's okay, but you got to let people apologize too, right? And apologize. Now you have to hold people to a certain standard and say, "Look, you made a mistake, right? Mm-hmm. And that shit was wrong, okay? Yep. And if you really are the person that you said you've been, right, mm-hmm. and you say you are." Then your apology means something, but your actions are your real apology.
Yes.
But you have to give a motherfucker a chance.
Right. But then because
we
just straight up bury
this
these
whole
people.
Shit, this whole cancel culture shit.
Yeah, it's
this shit is
nuts,
is
man.
ridiculous. Like we don't even give them. We act like we ain't did nothing wrong in our lives.
Right.
We act like we ain't hurt our mother. You know what I'm saying? Like hurt our mother's feelings, or you know, hurt our girlfriend's feelings or brothers. Like we act like we ain't never did nothing wrong to nobody. Like that shit gotta stop, bro.
Right.
People go through shit and make mistakes. They say things sometimes that they're not educated about.
Right. On a continual basis, right. Man. And you know, you're moving through this life and you do, like I say, you do something stupid or dumb.
If you judge me for some shit I did 20 years ago, come on, bro. I've always said that. I've told you this. If I saw the 16-year-old me, I'd have knocked the motherfucker out.
Right, of course.
I've said this.
You're right.
Like, look at this mother. Who the fuck he think he is?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So if you judging me for some shit I did way back then, like we're constantly evolving. Mm-hmm. We should be.
We should be.
We should be trying to. Now, if I'm doing the same shit I was doing 10 years ago, then okay, now you can look at me and be like, that's how he is. That's who he is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like if I did something 10 years ago and then I said something very similar to that now, then it's like, okay, he always been like that. He just ain't showed us this. Mm-hmm. That's different.
Right.
But, and then even at that, sometimes it takes
sometimes people's learning lessons take a lot longer. You can't judge somebody because
but you got to give a motherfucker a chance.
You have to give them. You're right. You got to give them a chance to make their wrongs right.
Yeah.
to right their wrongs.
Depending on how wrong it is, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, dude. Of course, right?
We gotta break. We gotta break shit down for motherfuckers.
I know, dude.
You know, motherfucker be like, well, what if he? Okay,
right.
we get it.
Right, of course.
You know what I mean? But we saying like if somebody says something, and
because people say stuff out of turn all the time, dude. Like, and sometimes it's just the way it's word. Do you ever do that where you will say something and it'll come out of your mouth and you're like, that is not what a quick story. I got it.
Go ahead.
This is kind of embarrassing, but one of the jobs I had years ago, and there was I was working with mostly females. I was working at Nordstrom Rack at the time, and there was a girl, and she walked past me, and I was like, man, you smell delicious. And it came out of my mouth.
Oh my God.
And I felt terrible, dude. I felt so.
You smell delicious.
Dude, I can't believe I was.
Oh my God. Oh my. No, you meant to say that shit.
Well, it was in my head. It was in my head and it came out.
You smell delectable. Oh shit.
But it came out,
you
man.
You threw me off guard with that one, bro. Oh man, I thought you was gonna say something like terrible, man. Like you look big or something like that. You said you smell delicious. My bad. Go ahead, continue. Continue.
But anyways, I felt really terrible about it. I apologized to her, and she never talked to me ever again after that. But
man, I don't know why. That was a hell of a compliment. Oh my
man,
God! I'm joking.
I did. I felt terrible. I was like,
I'm joking.
Boy,
I'm joking.
Can't believe I said that.
Oh my God, you smell delicious.
She did. She smelled delicious, dude. Like, I mean, whatever she was. Anyways, it was just.
She probably had some strawberry.
All I'm saying is,
strawberry pineapple fucking lotion on and shit. Girl, you smell like a smoothie.
Oh
like,
it was like it was.
You
it was
smell like a smoothie. Girl, you smell like Jamba Juice right now. Oh my man. God, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
That shit threw me off, man.
She smelled sugary sweet, dude. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, hold on, man. That shit's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the night, bro.
Anyways, we all say stupid crap, man.
Yes,
we always, there's stuff
I
that
don't know
comes
if that
out.
was stupid though. That was kind of fly. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it was.
She was tripping.
Yeah. No, it was stupid, dude.
She should have took you out on a date for that.
Yeah.
It's probably because you didn't smell delicious that day. That
right.
You smell musty as hell.
You smell like ass.
You smell like ass. I ain't never talking to this motherfucker again. You know what I'm saying? Take a shower.
But anyways, man, yeah, we all say stupid shit at certain times, and
I'm totally joking. I don't want no. I got 3 girls. Everybody know I'm all about women empowerment. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But
that shit was
it came out, man. It was a mistake, and I regret, dude. It sticks out in my brain. Like, why did that come out of your mouth? Anyways, I apologized to her. I said I'm sorry. I should never have said that. Plus because I was in a work setting.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
and I was
for
that
sure.
can be construed as sexual harassment.
For sure.
And
don't even.
I wasn't really. I honestly really was not going there with it.
Yeah.
I was married at the time.
Right.
Right. And I was not really but the smell hit me. And it was like, damn, you smell delicious. Like, it was...
Don't do it again,
just
bro.
like almost reactionary, you know what I'm saying?
I've already lost all my water. I need to hold my water, man, because it's hot as shit outside, man. So anyways. Oh, man.
So it's okay,
Oh, my gosh.
We say stupid shit sometimes. It's okay. And at least I didn't get buried for that one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Going back to the point. Yeah.
Whether she took my apology or not, I don't know. I did apologize,
Yeah.
But, I mean, again, she never talked to me after that. Anyways,
And you never said you never told nobody they smelled delicious after that.
Oh, no, never. Never. So, anyways, man.
God,
yeah.
man. That was too funny, man. Oh, you gotta warn me about stories like that, bro.
No, because your reactions are what's the point of it, man.
You gotta be like, embrace yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. You got anything else to say, man, about the issue?
Man. No, just like I said, man. I'm not saying give everybody second chances, but definitely give people a chance to show you. And if they don't show you, then that's when you say, okay, you on some bullshit.
Right.
You know, but don't be so quick to, you know. Now when it comes to like places of business and this stuff happens, yeah, you take your fucking dollar away. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because that's how you show people like that. Mm-hmm. You know, but you know, people who say stuff like, give them a chance, especially if you know the person personally. Like if they say something dumb on Facebook, like, or Instagram or whatever, like, don't be like getting a comment section and be like, motherfucker, da da da. Like, pick up the phone, hit them with a DM, hit them with a text, call them. Yo, I saw this. You know, can we talk about this?
Right.
You know,
it's always good to have a good conversation, man, about where somebody's coming from, especially but
don't just cancel motherfuckers.
Right. Especially in like text settings or social settings, and like you said, like especially if you know the person.
Yeah.
You know, give them a shot. See where they're coming from. Maybe you know, it's misconstrued in whatever how it came across. And
right.
I mean, I've had that happen to me before, where you know I've said something in it. No. This is nothing crazy. I'm not gonna say anything. I got no story. I'm just saying there's certain times where I've texted them, and I'm like, man, you hurt. It's so interesting how people hear certain things in their head. And I'm like, that is not.
I was watching a ridiculousness the other day, and Rob was asking Chanel. He was talking about how she texts LOL at the end of all of her texts, and she was explaining that she does that because people can take things out of context. You know what I'm saying? So she just puts LOL to make it like light and fluffy. And I was like, oh, I kind of... Now, some things don't need to be fluffy, you know what I'm saying? But I get why she's doing that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where she's like, you know, what are you doing, LOL? Where are you at, LOL? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not like, so like, where you at? You know, it's like, hey, where you at?
Right.
What's up? You know what I mean? So...
And that's basically the text I'm talking about anyways. Because I'm not talking about anything crazy. I'm just, you know, you'll say, yeah, I'm down. Whatever. Or yeah, that's right. And then people go, yeah, that's right. What the hell's wrong with your attitude?
Hey, I got another weird ass question, bro. LOL or LOL? How do you say it?
LOL.
So I've been hearing this LOL.
Lots of love.
Yeah, but they say LOL.
LOL.
Like they'll say it like
LOL is
I know
lots
what
of
it is.
love.
I know what it is.
And LOL is laugh out loud.
What?
LOL stands for lots of love. LOL stands for laugh out loud. I'm just playing. I don't know. I made that up.
I was like, what? I was like, yo, are you fucking serious?
I just made that up on the spot, dude.
I was like, yo, am I fucking tripping? Like, I was about to ask my daughter, like, is this a real thing? Like, y'all say LOL and no, like, so I guess the older generation says LOL. Like when they, you know, I said LOL.
Wow. Right here. That's why.
And the younger generation says LOL. But that just sounds so fucking. Yeah, you know, when I was texting him, I said, "Where you at, LOL?"
LOL.
LOL. LOL.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know
so
what the difference
silly,
between
dude.
that and Lil Jon is. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne. You know what I mean?
Oh man, the more you say it, the more silly it sounds.
Uzi Vert. You know what I'm saying? You know
the more silly it sounds, dude.
You know?
Crazy.
Hey, how much of this you want to eat? LOL. much of this you want? Allah. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
And you smell delicious, by the way.
Hey, fuck you, man. Hey, for real. Hey, Allah, you smell delicious. Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, that shit is funny, bro.
Cool, man. Another one in the books.
Yes.
I want to give, we're doing a new show. We're doing Gray Space reviews. We just dropped one just a couple days ago. We did Leanne LaHavis album review. Go check that out if you guys are into reviews. We're doing another one. We're going to do one on the Umbrella Academy. That will be out in a few days after this podcast drops, so you guys should see it afterwards. So if you're into reviews, man, go check it out. And like Dre always says, go subscribe, hit that bell button, all that good stuff.
All that good shit, man. Yeah, make sure you guys stay in tune with us. We got a lot of great things coming up. Obviously, tune into what you heard. Obviously, tune into this show, the main attraction, the Gray Space. We have Gray Space Reviews, which is basically an extension of how we used to do the show.
Right.
We decided we wanted to bring it back because people still wanted some of the reviews that we're doing. We do have a rating system. It's on a cloud system, so from 1 to 10 clouds, 10 being the most. We are going to be reviewing movies, shows, video games, possibly, definitely a lot of music because that's our love. And if you guys have any suggestions of shows, movies that we haven't checked out, or maybe we have and we just haven't done a review on it, albums that we haven't checked out, definitely shoot us, a comment. Shoot us DMs on Instagram. Let us know. And we'll definitely do, I'm not going to say we're definitely going to do it, but we'll definitely take a look at it.
Right.
And if you guys have scores to give,
let us know down below.
You guys drop them in the comments, man.
I thought that album was garbage. So I give that a 5 or 4 or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, back to what we're talking about. Stand on it, man.
Stand on it.
Be like, nah, that's garbage. Cool.
Yeah. Let us know. Let us know what you guys think of the reviews.
We haven't really promoted it, really.
No. I mean,
yet.
fuck. We just kind of
did it. Yeah.
So.
So yeah, brand new show.
Yeah, let us know. Gray Space Reviews. Yeah.
Stay safe. Stay positive, everybody.
And as always, this is the Gray Space. Ho, 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 man.